Hey there, dog and cat lovers. This episode is for you. My name is Ann Brock, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to do a dog walking and a pet concierge service right from your home. So stay tuned and enjoy the rest of the show. So next we're going to talk about services to consider when you're coming up with your pet concierge service. So you can decide when you're developing the framework of your business whether you're going to have one service that you just focus on to make that really well, or if you're going to have multiple services in your business and give your clients a variety to choose from. So I have some recommendations for you that I think you'll find very interesting. One of them is you can just do dog walking. That's actually pretty common. You can offer a feeding service where you come in daily to feed the dog or the cat. You can actually dispense medicine. There's actually senior pets out there that maybe the owner needs to have their medicine given to them on a daily basis, and maybe they're at work and they can't get it home regularly to give that medicine to them. You can also do training if you are a certified pet trainer, or we actually followed a truck this morning that was a poop cleaning service that will come to your house and pick up the poop out of your yard, which probably is the least desirable out of any of those services, but it still pays and there's still a need for it, so you might as well go for it. But I feel like if you're gonna try any of these other services in handling a dog especially, you would definitely want to consider interning with a dog trainer so that you can learn some different skills and tactics on handling these pets so that you're safe and the animal is happy and safe as well. Next, we're going to talk about customer service. You know, good customer service is out there, but excellent customer service is really hard to find. And this business happens to be considered a luxury, not a necessity. So you definitely want to keep that in mind when you're trying to operate your structure and your framework in your business. You want to make sure that you are tailoring it to a higher end clientele. So those are the kind of customers that you attract. You want to make sure that you're always greeting that pet when you walk in the door to put your customers at ease, and realizing that these dogs and cats are considered family members to their extended family, their fur babies. So make sure you keep that in mind when you're offering your great customer service. So let's talk about insurance. Insurance is actually something I highly recommend that you need in any business. And at the very least, you're gonna need liability insurance to make sure that you're protected and your client's protected also. You wanna make sure that you get this after you have your business registered with your city and you've established your EIN number and you're a complete legit business. So then moving forward, if you want any more information, definitely make sure you check out our website, entrepreneurministries.com, for further resources and our new printables to give you more resources to jumpstart your business today. And if you have any further legal advice, make sure you contact your local attorney for any more information. But also, might want to consider having your client sign a waiver so that they understand your terms and you're definitely in an agreement. So I would highly recommend that as well. So the profit side of a pet walking business is actually pretty good. You're going to charge anywhere, in just a suggestive rate from what I've researched, anywhere between $10 to $20 an hour. Now, if you have multiple dogs that you're walking 5 days a week and you're charging around $10 to $20 an hour, walking several dogs per day, that ends up being a pretty sweet income. Now, my second thing that I'm going to suggest is kenneling or boarding services from your home. And this is actually pretty common and actually preferred by a lot of owners, because then you don't have to worry about your dog getting cooped up in a cage for a long amount of time. They're free roaming and they're getting all the special care that they would want to give their dog on their own. They would get it from you. So I would suggest anywhere between $25 to $50 a day, depending on the size of the animal and what kind of care that animal needs or requires. So you definitely want to do that. But I suggest the kenneling boarding service for homeowners, okay? So if you are a renter, definitely make sure that you're checking with your landlord first and you're getting a thumbs up from he or she before you proceed with the boarding or the kenneling. Let's talk about first aid. What do you do if your pet that you're watching is hurt or sick on your watch? Well, you're gonna need to know how to remedy those situations when they come up, because chances are they're gonna happen. So what I would suggest is that you contact your vet or go to one of your big box pet stores where they maybe offer dog training or they have a built-in veterinarian clinic there, and ask them for maybe a class or some tips on how to give first aid to dogs and cats should the owner be away on vacation or you don't have any way to be able to get that pet to the vet and you need to help. So definitely learn first aid. It's a great service to add to your list of things that you offer to your clients. If you want to learn more information, did you happen to know that there is a National Association for Pet Sitters? I'll share that link for you in our printable and definitely in the bio below. So make sure you check that out. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how am I going to get paid? So cash is usually king. You want to be able to accept cash, but it can be tricky in trying to keep track of receipts and whatnot. So one of my favorites is PayPal and QuickBooks. These are two platforms that are great for helping with bookkeeping and keeping track of all of your sales so that you can see where you're profiting and maybe where some of your services are being chosen more than others, and it just really gives you a good scope of how everything's going. Plus, it's really great to turn into your CPA when it's tax time and everything's all put under one umbrella. So QuickBooks, where people can pay you from QuickBooks and you can invoice them there, and also with PayPal. I would finally suggest anything like Venmo or maybe even Cash App, any of those electronic ways where you can just send a payment request to be able to get paid promptly and without very much of a hassle. So these are the ones that I recommend. Oh, also one thing too, if you have a repeat customer, PayPal actually offers a pay every month feature on their app now, and so this is also a really good feature to have if you have somebody that's doing the same thing every single month. So these are my options and what I suggest on receiving payment with the least amount of headache. Okay, so finally, let's talk about advertising, because marketing is a huge piece of business. If you don't have customers, you don't have a business. So what you'll want to do is, word of mouth is the #1 form of free business, and you want to make sure that every family member, neighbor, friend knows what you're up to. Ask them to spread the word, and so that you can get more customers on board right away. Secondly, I would suggest any social media platform. Any Facebook page is probably going to have a neighborhood page. Maybe it's the neighborhood that you belong to or your friend belongs to or whatnot. But just a simple post of, I'm a pet sitter, or I offer a pet concierge service, and that should definitely get some attention there too. Nextdoor is also another good platform to use as far as neighborhoods are concerned. Finally would be the app Rover. Rover is an app that people use to find pet sitters, dog walkers, and pet concierge services, and that's only what they're looking for. So you want to make sure that you're checking that out and make sure you're signing up today to join that app and get on board. This is all the time that we have for today. Right, Parker? We had a good time, didn't we? Thank you so much for joining us on our episode of Pet Concierge Services and How-To in Small Business. Make sure you check out our website, entrepreneurministries.com, for more tips and tricks and printables available to you today. And remember to never stop dreaming and never give up. See you next time. Hey there, So make sure that you join us next time on this episode and enjoy starting your at-home, oh gosh. Service is really considered more of a luxury and not a necessity. So you want to keep this in mind whenever you're trying to service your customers, not your customers, but your customers. And $50 a day for those animals to be boarded in your home. So that way you're getting a considerable amount on a daily payment, and it's all umbrellaed under the same thing. And then also you can use it's going so